So you want to know, is your karma with Summer or not? So let me see. First, let's see what the spiritual connection between you and Summer is. What is the spiritual connection between Michael and Summer? What is the spiritual connection between Michael and Summer? What is the spiritual connection between Michael and Summer? So this is a soulmate. It may be a karmic soulmate. I don't think she is your karma, nor do I think the situations that you're dealing with her is your karma, because that didn't pop up. But a karmic connection is still a soulmate. Karmic connections are put in place to teach you lessons, to help you to evolve. So this is a situation that is put in place to teach you lessons, to help you ascend. Your love life ascends. You begin to attract more love by identifying what it is that you do and don't want within the connection that this is. So she is a part of your karma. She is a part of you learning. A karmic partner. Karmic partners can be good. They can be bad. You need to make the effort toward love. And I'm not saying that she isn't love, but I'm saying the type of love that you have for a karmic partner and for a true soulmate, which a karmic partner is a soulmate, but they're a soulmate that is put to teach you a lesson. A true soulmate is someone that not only teaches you lessons, but helps you to ascend into your purpose. The karmic soulmates help you by teaching you the lessons. So she is here to teach you lessons, to teach you a lesson. There could be a reconciliation between you and her, but that is because these romantic feelings have to do with family issues. So you may feel as though you and her have a familiar connection because in the past life you guys have had a family together, and there are issues within the connection that still arise. Like you may have problems within your relationship and you're like, why do we even have this problem? Because these are issues that you have had in past lives that resurface when you're having to go through this karma. You need to understand that you deserve love. You need to understand that it is safe for you to love, and you do need to make the effort toward love. By making the effort toward love is keeping an open mind, not settling. And when I say that, because sometimes just knowing that a person is a soulmate, we like, oh, well, we're going to stay with him because this is my soulmate. No, not every soulmate is a good soulmate. Not every soulmate is a positive soulmate. Even the one can be in a negative vibration. So if you happen to be with a soulmate that is in a negative vibration, you don't want to allow that soulmate to poison or influence your energy. So sometimes we do have to make the effort by removing ourselves from cycles, people that interfere with us in a negative way so that we can ascend. Doesn't mean that they're not a soulmate. It just means that we are choosing a higher vibration. So here you do need to keep an open mind. Understand that your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I think you said something about that as well. Knowing what you want, but attracting something different. When it comes to attracting, you don't attract what you know you want. What you want is not what you attract. You attract what you present. So whatever you're presenting in relationships romantically into your atmosphere, that's what you're attracting in. If you're attracting in disloyal, I don't know how to, what do I say? Like if you're attracting low vibrations within love, it's because you're presenting low vibrations. And I kind of hear that when you did say sometimes you care and sometimes you don't give a fuck. That is kind of a I don't give a fuck about love perspective. When you don't care about something, it doesn't hold a value in your life, meaning it won't be something that will be valuable within your life. So if you don't care about love and you don't care about relationships, you don't hold a value to them, they will be presented to you in lesser value. So you do have to change your perspective and raise your vibration, especially in regards to love, because love, the energy of love is the connection to God. Like God is love. So you do have to raise your vibrations Listen, the relationship isn't love. The love stems from you. The relationship is just the connection that you have with a person. The relationship is the energy that you and this person share. So, like I'm telling you, if you're attracting in negative or low vibration energy within a relationship, that is what you're sharing with the people that you're presenting yourself to. So, change your perspective, change how you view relationships, change how you feel about relationships, and then you'll see a change in the type of relationships that you have. A lot of your issues within romance stem from family issues. So even seeing how you were raised and the things that your parents went through, the things that your mother went through, the things that your siblings went through, the things that you've seen, and other connections as you were growing up have an impact on how you view connections in your life now. That's why you do have to detach from images, do have to detach from the way you think something is supposed to go, and just open up to how you feel something is supposed to go. So if you focus on what you want to feel within a relationship, which is hopefully within a high vibration, that is what you're going to attract in within a relationship. But if you do focus on thinking all hoes ain't loyal, you know, hey, you're gonna get some disloyal assholes. So change your perspective. All right, so you want to know, since I have the conflict, the love cards out, let's go ahead and do the love, and then we'll do the Texas. So we want to know why do you have conflicts about love? Why does Michael have conflicts about love? Why does Michael have conflicts about love? Why does Michael have conflicts about love? Michael have conflicts about love? Have conflicts about love? Queen of Pentacles here. That's a mother. Maybe the way you were nurtured. Maybe, yeah, you're needing to reassess that portion of your life, because the Queen of Pentacles is a nurture. Maybe you feel as though women should provide more, should nurture more for you, and you may not be finding the woman that is able to, you know, fulfill that purpose for you. And this has to do with your past. So you may decide, you may be worried about losing your independence to someone that isn't worthy enough of having your attention. And not saying that that's a bad thing. I don't think that it's a bad thing at all. But I do think if your perception is flawed, then you're going to get a bunch of situations that help you to solidify that train of thinking that, you know, all hoes ain't loyal. So here, Queen of Pentacles being the provider, lacking here, and this is family stuff. So your father may have been separated from the household, meaning this is a mismatch here within parental. If not, there's a male here that is nurturing, but there's a mismatch in parental. So the mother may have been more providing, because this mother provides and this father nurtures. So there could be a mismatch within the roles within a family situation. There could be a mismatch between the energies. So your perception may be based off what you've seen between a sort of connection, between a union that you were around. You may have not had a good perception of how a man loves a woman, and whether you've had a good perception or bad perception, because mind you, I grew up with a male in my household, and he's my stepdad, don't get me wrong, but I'm adopted. But even within that connection, my dad's been in my house, in my life forever, but I didn't see happiness growing up. I saw fights, I saw arguments, I saw my mom almost killed my daddy. So, you know, it's not about having the lack, it's about what you see from these two particular, the masculine and the feminine, what you see. So you may have a flawed view on the position that it holds. Like you may want one thing but have a flawed view on what it's supposed to do. That can be conflicting as well. Like, say for instance, I had a conversation with one of my people yesterday, and they were like, I tried so hard with my wife. I tried to get her to be open with me, and it seemed like as soon as I left her, she decided to be open with someone else. But that's because of her perception within her marriage. She felt like she had to present herself a certain way to her husband because that was her husband, instead of being who she truly is. So you may feel like within relationships, there's a certain role that has to be played within each party and it may not be the what you truly desire. So you may have, like I said, a flawed perception of what you truly want within love, within life, within your connections. You may need to re-identify, re-evaluate what it is that you want emotionally from relationships. If at all you want anything emotional right now, you may want to start off as friends, getting to know this person at a deeper level before actually enveloping yourself into a connection, so that you can be sure that this is the person that you want. Because there is a lot of hesitation, a lot of worry about losing your independence. Even though you do want a connection, the conflict is you would lose. I feel like you think you would lose yourself, and you don't want to become hidden within a connection. You want to be able to move forward with your own worth. So you have to be the one to make the decision to stop resisting emotional fulfillment. And even if your next relationship is a karmic relationship, so what? The purpose of a karmic relationship is to teach you a lesson. That does not mean that it is not a loving relationship. That does not mean that you can't be happy in a karmic relationship. That just means that you have a lesson to learn, that that relationship is put in place to help you to grow. Growing doesn't have to be painful, but it is painful for us because we really resist the growth. We resist the feeling of growing because it's a change to what we've become accustomed to. So let's see what messages we have. You want to say, okay, should you stay in Texas or not? So give me yes or no. Should Michael stay in Texas or not? Should Michael stay in Texas or no? It may be an unwise choice. That's what I'm getting. It may be an unwise choice only because you built something of foundation, and you may be just needing to make time to allow it to come to flourish. Yeah. Ace of Swords here. Nine of Swords. Put an end to the anxiety. So you're worried. I don't want to put that. That's a very strong word to put on there. We're just going to say you're worried that you're going to make the wrong choice. And I kind of think for now, I think that you will be moving, because I definitely see a movement here, but not at the moment, not in May. There may be new inspirations that will happen, something here that is going to allow you to bring what you want into fruition. Like I'm telling you, there's some wealth here. You're conflicted about wealth, but you've invested spiritual wealth, meaning you've put time into it. So you may not be getting the financial wealth that you feel as though you deserve, but spiritually you're gaining the worth, you're gaining you're setting the seeds for something greater to flourish. You're pruning what you love. So this may be even a time of you, instead of, okay, if you feel as though you're stuck, you may not be stuck. Usually when we're in the process of growing, of reevaluating our life, of moving forward, we sometimes feel as though we're stuck, but we're not stuck. Our spirit is reprocessing what we're learning, what we're adjusting to. So you may be in the process of allowing those seeds to come into fruition while something is in gestation. Like when a child is in gestation, they're in waiting. They're being cooked. They're being prepared. You're being prepared. And I think instead of seeing yourself at a stagnation, you need to see yourself in preparation. Okay? You may not be having what you want as far as wealth at the moment, but you're pruning that. You're bringing that closer to you. So I do think right now you do need to stay. You need to trust that this is the right place for you. Trust the knowledge within yourself. The end result is to have patience. So I think you just need to have patience. If you're having money issues, try to balance your budget. Like, this is the thing when it comes to prosperity. Sometimes we feel because we're not prospering in materials that we're not actually succeeding. The material have nothing to do with prosperity. Prosperity is an abundance. It's an energy. It's the energy of not worrying about being provided for or having provisions. So even if you don't have as much of the provisions that you would like, having the provisions and having the stability is what is necessary while you're in the path. You'll receive the benefits, the rewards, once you start moving into the purpose. Like, you ever heard of someone being on God's payroll? When you're on God's payroll, you have an internship as well. So everything don't pop off. You got to go through your internship, prove your worth in your purpose, and then you receive your rewards. So I do think you need to hold off. Just hold tight. That's all I got. Peace.